DJ Treylow podcast coming at y'all boys, man, for days of today. It's March 1st, man. It's a new month. It's a new month today. Y'all bitches. You made it to March 1st, 2017. It's a blessing, bro. Because people dying or whatever every single day. I see Mike out here getting in this truck. I worked out with him last week. Probably ain't working out now. He probably going to do something. He's off on Wednesdays and Thursdays. This is a Wednesday. Mike whistling at me. Anyways, man. Let's see what's going on with the local news since this is the podcast, man. I was looking at, if you stay out here in Austin Colony, man, or on 969, man, the water out here sucks ass, man. They all have hard water, so you get out the shower, you have to put on a whole thing of lotion just to keep your skin moist. And, it tastes like shit too, man. So, I've been looking at some of the water, softeners that you put on your water tank. They run about $500, man, just to buy the water softener thing that go on your water tank. You can get them at like Home Depot or some shit like that. And then you if you're not a professional, you don't know what you're doing, which most people ain't, not professional. You have to pay somebody at least, $300 to $500 just to come in and install it. So you're looking at about $1,000, which the home people that sell you the home should really offer. This is an ongoing problem in this area. Everybody out here is complaining about the water and how like your toilet bowl eventually, if you don't get that shit, your toilet bowl will start getting fucking mold in it and stained up because the water is shit out here, man. You know what I'm saying? They should at least offer that as an incentive to buy a home out here. You know what I'm saying? And they don't even inform you, of course, when you're buying a home because they want to make sure they sell a home. I had another person call me, that works with me, and she's looking into buying a house. She was asking me about the MCC credit. A lot of people don't know about that. It's called a mortgage certificate credit. And if you're buying a new home, make sure you ask your realtor about that, man, because you can get 40% off the taxes. Say they tax your home $6,000, $7,000 in 1 year. Well, there's a form called 8863, I think, or 8363, something like that, from the IRS that you fill out. You take 40% of that $6,000 and you get it back. So at the end of the year, you're getting about $2,000, sometimes $2,200, maybe sometimes $2,400. You know what I'm saying? Just depends on how much they tax you that year, and you get it back. So, all you new home buyers, if you're looking to buy a home. I mean, I jumped into the market like 3 years ago because I saw like what was going on with Austin, Texas, man. I was staying in apartments for the longest, had me a little 1-bedroom, just chilling. Apartments have their advantages and disadvantages, but when I was staying in apartments, I was paying like maybe $500-$600, $650 for rent. And all of a sudden, I saw this increase to $800. Then I saw this increase to $1,000. I said, damn, $1,000 for a 1-bedroom in Austin, Texas? I was like, they can give me a motherfucking house for that price. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck am I doing renting an apartment? So when I saw it slowly start to climb up, in price, that's when I started cleaning my credit up. Now, there's a couple ways to clean your credit up, man. Don't go to like some of these people that are going to help you out because they're going to charge your arm and a leg just to help you out. And it's real simple. I recommend you start out with a premier credit card because that's for people with bad credit. It's, got a badass, horrible interest rate, But the thing is, you want to clean your credit up. You don't want to pay off old bills. They'll tell you, hey, pay off old bills and shit like that. Oh, shit. Forgot something. Gotta go back to the house, man. They say, you have to pay off your old bills and shit like that. And you don't really have to pay off your old bills at all. What you need to do, and this is what you need to do, build your credit up. Get you a credit card. Now the credit card you can get from Premier, you have to have $200. Send them $200. They send you the card. Now you're not gonna lose that money. You think, oh, I gave them $200. I'm not gonna get that money back. What happens is you get the card. You can have the card for a whole year, and then at the end of the year, cancel that card, and they'll send you your $200 back. So it's just kind of like a deposit on a credit card. It's not really like an actual, payment. And what you do with that card, man, every month, keep a little bit of stuff you owe on it. Like, say you go to the gas station, hit the gas station for $20 fill up. Okay? So that's on your credit card right there, $20. When the bill comes in, pay that $20, but don't ever let it, get to zero. So if you just had that $20 on there, go down to the gas station again that day and put another $20, pay the original $20 off. You know what I'm saying? So that way you always have a balance on that card. You never just totally zero. Because if you're at zero, you're not building your credit at all. You know what I'm saying? Always keep a little bit money that you owe on that card. That way they can charge you a little bit of interest. $20, or what they're going to charge you, like 10, 20 cents, maybe even $1 in interest. It ain't going to hurt you none. But it's going to help build your credit. Every time you do that, and you make payments on time. Don't miss any payments. Make your payments on time. You know what I'm saying? Whenever the bills due, it's going to build your credit up. And then by the end of that year, you'll have good credit. You'll probably be in 600, 700 on your credit score. And you can get a house. Now, when you do buy a house, they do all these kind of background checks on you. So, if you haven't worked a job for more than a year, shit like that, you ain't showing that you're getting a stable income, you switching jobs a lot, shit like that, I wouldn't even recommend doing that shit. Now, you could do that kind of shit if you want an apartment. But even apartments want good credit now. So it's even good to get a credit card with an apartment so you can build your credit up. So that's just a little bit of recommendations, man, to help y'all out if y'all listen to this podcast, to get your credit to where you need it to be at so you can get you a house one day, because everybody want a house, man. The disadvantages of having a house, though, I will say this. Everybody and their mama see how nice your house is, right? If you show it off. You know what I'm saying? Show it off to your friends, whatever. Girlfriend. All of a sudden, they see this big ass house. And like, you might be comfortable just being there by yourself. Some people like living by themselves. They don't have to listen to somebody bitch about cleaning up and taking out the trash and all kinds of shit. They just do shit when they feel like it, and just, be at peace. Maybe get them a little dog to walk around, whatever. But as soon as you get a house, and people see how big it is, how much space you got, all of a sudden you become a target. Especially the women, man. Women see that and say, oh, we got a nice house, got a bunch of kids, whatever. And they start giving you shit like, we ain't living together, we need to live together, da-da-da. They want to move them and their kids in. Next thing you know, you spending all this money in groceries and shit like that. And it's costing you a lot. So that's the disadvantage of having a house. That's probably the only disadvantage. Hold on. All right, I'm back. I hate going to work and you forget some shit. And you be like, if you're close to the house, you good. You're like, damn, I can go back. And you can turn around and you got a little extra time. That's why I like going to work a little bit early, man. People say, man, why you go to work like 10, 15 minutes early? Because you never know when shit like that gonna happen, man. Be halfway to work and be like, oh shit, I forgot my money or my driver's license. Then you be worried about all day about not having no license, or you be worried all day about you be starving all day. You ain't got no money to get no food. You know what I'm saying? And be like, damn, I'm hungry, that motherfucker. You know, it's a eyes opening experience leaving your house with no money. You gotta improvise, man. You gotta sit up here and pretty much, you know, you feel like a hobo, man. You know what I'm saying? Because you're still thirsty. You still got a whole 8-10 hours of work, whatever. So you're like, damn, what am I gonna drink? And then you gotta find either a sink or fucking water fountain somewhere. Or if you stop at a little restaurant, you know, they don't charge for water. You know, restaurants charging for water 50 cents for a cup nowadays. You know what I'm saying? And you be good. Another thing is keeping change in your car. But I got some change thieves around me, man. I can't keep change for shit. That's why I just use my card all the time. I don't even get cash. Because, you know, whenever you get cash, you're going to go to the store and spend it. You're going to have, you know, 75, 85 cents of change. And here's this thing I was talking to my homeboy about the other day, man, on the bus. You know, people don't see taking change as stealing. Like your homeboy come by, he ain't got no job. He sees some change on the counter or laying around on the couch. And he's thinking, oh, he ain't gonna miss this. I'm gonna go ahead and take these 3 quarters. And they don't think it's stealing because they think, oh, it's just change. It's no big deal. Or you got a change jar. They just dig in your change jars without even asking you. But what they don't realize, man, if you save all that change up, take it down to the grocery store, HEB, go to Coinstar or some shit like that, you can get you like $50, $40, $60 worth of groceries. So you need to think about that when you let your little homeboy, whether you grimy homeboy or your girlfriend or whatever, you know, steal your change. You know, they don't think about that. And they don't think it's stealing either. So you got to check the motherfuckers, man. You know? I mean, I remember a couple years back, I had a homeboy just come over. He wouldn't even ask, man. Just start going in my change bucket, pulling out, you know, dimes and nickels and quarters so he'd go buy him a Black and Mile. Didn't even ask me, man, one day. I seen him doing it, I got pissed, man. I said, what the fuck you doing? Oh, man, you always say I can get some change, man, so I didn't think you would mind this time. Nah, man. You know what I'm saying? That's if you ask first, and that's if I feel like giving you some change. Then you can get it. See, and that's why I like using a card nowadays. You know, back in the day when cards first came out, like these stores used to be tripping. Some stores still trip. You got to spend more than $2, $3 if you're going to use your card, which is some bullshit. Because they don't want to pay the transaction fee, which costs more than $1, $2 for them to process your card. So I'd always carry cash on me with my card anyways. And here's another thing. I'd never like carrying a wallet, man. I can't stand a wallet because I don't like sitting on it. It's uncomfortable. It's a big old knot in your fucking ass, side of your ass, man. It's just uncomfortable, man. You know? So my ass would always carry around my driver's license. You know, some loose bills in my pockets. You know what I'm saying? Here's the thing, man. If you don't like carrying a wallet, you just want to carry your license around in a rubber band or a money clip or something like that. Whenever you have some loose bills, any kind of loose money you got, don't stick it in a pocket that's sideways, man. Why I'm telling you that? Because when you reach in that pocket and pull stuff out, whether you pull your change out, whether you pull your keys out, whether you pull some gum out, chances are that money can slide out too. And if that money slides on the ground, it's gone. You know, every now and then you'll have good Samaritans tell you, hey, you lost some money, you dropped some money, you know. And, you know, get your money back. Most of the time, you won't have good Samaritans. Most of the time, when your money drops on the ground, nobody gonna say nothing, and they gonna step on it with their shoe, you know, real quick. So nobody saw it. Wait till you walk off, then they got $20 to pick up off the ground. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the type of person, man, that is like that, man, because I believe in karma. You know, and I believe, you know, somebody might need that money. I was in the store the other day at Valero, man, This Mexican dude came in. He didn't look like he had a lot of money, man. He was riding a beat-up car or whatever. Anyways, he was at the counter, just like I was telling you. He had his money in his side pocket. Not, don't ever put your money in a side pocket. Put it in the money that's up and down. Now, you got a money, put it in your back pocket that's up and down pocket. You know what I'm saying? Or you got a pocket on the side of your pants. Everybody wearing cargo pants now. You got pockets there. Put that money in that bottom pocket. You know what I'm saying? Or put it in your sock if you even want to go that far. If you're a female, hoes be putting that shit in their bra. So that way nobody gets the money out the bra. Anyways, the Mexican dude went in the store, was going to buy something, and he must have dropped $80 on the ground. Right? He must have dropped it. He went out the store. I seen the $80. I didn't pick it up right away. Black guy came in right after me. He seen the $80. He scooped that shit up so quick, nobody even seen what the fuck he did, and stuck it in his pocket. Okay, the Mexican guy came in, 5 minutes later after the black guy left, and was like looking all over the place. He was panicking, man. And he said, did you see any money? Did anybody turn in any money? And the store guy said, nah, I ain't see nobody turn in no money, because he didn't see what the other guy did. I seen it. You know what I'm saying? So then he looked at me like I took his money, because I was the only other person in the store. So I told him, man. I told him the truth, man. I said, I think somebody took it, man. I see somebody grab some money and walk up out of here. I didn't tell him who, because I'm not going to snitch on him. I'm not going to say, hey, it's that dude out there. None of that. I just said, I think somebody took it, But he still looked at me like I took it. You know what I'm saying? And then he started getting really upset and said that was his last $80 to pay his light bill. I felt bad for him. You know what I'm saying? But first of all, he shouldn't have had his money to where it would fall out of his pocket. Back to my original point. Second of all, karma's going to go against the dude who just scooped his money up and stuck it in his pocket. Because he didn't even think, hey, maybe I should ask around to see whose money this is. He just said, it's a free day for me to take this shit. So you hurt the other person, man. If he really needed that money to pay his light bill or whatever. And money's not even worth it. $80. I could see if the dude dropped like $1 million or $100,000 or something like that, then, hey, it's worth it to hit the lick. You know what I'm saying? But me, $80 ain't shit to me, man. You know what I'm saying? Some people are more hungry than other people, I guess, because $100 ain't shit to me. I'd go in a day. You spend $100 like it ain't shit. So, you shouldn't be that greedy, is what I'm saying, man. Off of, $80. It's just, hey, not my money, see who it is. But it just depends, like I said, that's my opinion. I know some people that say, hey, you snooze, you lose. You fuck up, it's mine. You know what I'm saying? They have that kind of attitude. So if you drop your money, that's your loss. You fucked up. I don't feel sorry for you at all. That's on you. You made that mistake of carrying your money in your side pocket where it fall out. Man, I've been bullshitting a long time on this podcast. I ain't even got the motherfucking local news. We will find you. Seguin dispatcher saved something. Water main break closes streets in East Austin. So you got a water main break closing streets in East Austin. Hand washing. Chances are we're doing it wrong. Immigrant families crowding passport lines. Could Texas be the next swing state? That might be interesting. Teen selfie haunts Facebook with ghostly image. Okay, I don't want to read that. That might spook me out. I want to see somebody kill themselves or something like that. Deadly tornado touches down in Perryville, Michigan. So, on local news, there ain't really too much local news here, man, to read about. It's interesting. Besides the water break in East Austin. It's March 1st, 2017. We'll go on to hip-hop news on the podcast. I did do deals of the day, game releases. A lot of those game releases I posted on 2 podcasts back. See, games are a funny thing, man. games will say this is the release date, and then they'll bump it up. So really, if you saw any of those games that I named off on the 2 podcasts back, and you said, man, I want to get that game right there, that's supposed to come out February something. This is what you do, man. If you ever feel like there's a game you're really looking forward to purchase, go on Amazon and punch it in. It's going to give you a pre-ordered release date. So it's going to tell you the exact day it comes out. It's not going to estimate or, this game might drop this day. It's going to give you the exact day, like March 7th, March 8th. This game's going to... So pre-ordered release date, because they're trying to get their money. So they're not going to bullshit you. You know what I'm saying? They're going to tell you exactly the day that it's released. You know what I'm saying? Instead of some of these other websites. So I recommend, if you want any of those games, you go on Amazon, punch in the name of the game, and it'll give you the exact day when it's released. Okay, hip-hop news. I reviewed Future Hendrix new CD. Future Hendrix was the second released album from Future, because the first one was just named after him, called Future. The next one was named Hendrix, like I said, because that's his alias slang name. I'm gonna tell you the truth, man. I didn't know Future was an R&B type of dude, man. To be honest, man. I mean, I heard some of his earlier shit, some of his old albums, like "Turn Off the Light," "I'm Looking for Her," stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Every now and then he throw in a little, R&B kind of love shit. But if you listen to Future Hendrix, the whole fucking CD. So like the first CD was Future, was about selling dope, being in the street, relating to the street dudes. Shit. Most of it was talking about buying clothes, selling dope, shit like that. Then you listen to his Hendrix CD, and it's almost like a love R&B kind of shit, man. Because Future, he already harmonizes. People don't know what harmonizing mean. And I said harmonizing is not really rapping. It's easier to do than rapping, because you're actually like singing out certain words and stretching certain words. And then Future tends to pause in between each bar. So that's even easier to do than going straight through the whole bar section with a rhyme. Because when you're rhyming, you have to make sure every syllable and every word, when you're writing it, matches up with your bar. That's why it's good to write it, practice it with the music, and make adjustments to your words and your syllables to where it comes off really smooth and really rhythmic with the bars. You know what I'm saying? But you probably already know all this shit. But anyways, the second album was all hip-hop. All R&B. So I wouldn't even recommend buying that shit. You know what I'm saying? And then you got your releases coming out right now. Riff Raff released something on March 30th called Aquaberry Aquarius. If you like Riff Raff, he's a white boy that raps, got a lot of tattoos. I don't know if he's from Houston, Texas or something. I don't know where he's from, man. Denmark Vizzy, Doppelganger. Here's another thing about white boys that rap, man. I noticed this shit the other day, man. I don't know if this is racial or what, man. There's a few. I think there's one white guy with 3-6 Mafia. I forgot his name. That actually keeps it like hood gangster, kind of like creepy, sick kind of vibe, whatever. But when it comes to white rappers, they want to keep them like mainly like pop mainstream. Eminem, he did his thing, but he always had like a mainstream song that appealed to the audience. It wasn't really hood or gangster or anything like that, that would sell to the streets. I noticed that with white rappers, they want to edit their content. Like, you can't do no horrorcore, like killing people, raping women, or eating dead body guts and all this shit. They don't want to hear none of that shit from no white boy, man. Maybe if you're into the rock and roll era, like Insane Clown Posse or some shit like that, or when it comes to heavy metal, you can do that shit. But when it comes to rap, they don't want to hear that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? It's okay for a black dude to do it and all this and that, but they don't want to hear that shit from white boys. And even when the black dude does it, that rap is not that popular, I noticed. You know, it's only appeals to a certain audience, like Brother Lynch Hung, or what was the other dude? Wasn't Seagram, it was the other guy from Gangster Nip. And then Ghetto Boys was really raw with their shit, you know what I'm saying? Talking about chopping up hoes and doing all this crazy shit when they was rapping. Damn it, man. Thought the shit cut off on me again. I thought I was talking to the air. Anyways, man. So, if you're a white guy and you want to spit some bars, man, just take into account, man, that in order to market you and you're famous, they're going to put you in some outfits, you know, to appeal to the younger teenage white girls and more of a wider audience, you know what I'm saying? Even Eminem, you know, he's talking politics, man. Who the fuck talks politics is black? You know what I'm saying? Not too many people that are black talk about, well, you know, since Trump got in office, they're pissed off about that. But I'm just saying, most of the people are not going to talk. Like, I heard Eminem's rap on Big Sean. He's fucking pointing out these politicians and shit that I have no idea who their name is, who they are. I mean, that's some white boy shit, man. You know, black people know about Trump and Obama, but that's about it. They don't know all the fucking, well, I wouldn't say all black people. That's being racist. Like I said, most black people don't pay attention to no shit like the whole cabinet, Secretary of State and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Not all black people, but most. You know, they know who the president is. You know what I'm saying? They don't fuck with no politics, man. You know what I'm saying? That's some white people shit, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be racist or nothing, but that's just what I've seen personally. So don't take that like I'm stereotyping anybody, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm sure there's plenty of black people out there that pay attention to politics. It's not what I'm talking about hood. Where you from the hood? No, they don't pay attention to that shit. Half of them don't even vote. You know what I'm saying? They don't care about that shit. I don't care about that shit, and I'm white. So I'm not saying any racist thing. I'm just saying that's just what I've seen in my life. So, anyways, man. And Eminem did that little rap on Big Sean, talking about politics and certain people in the Trump administration. I was like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Even though you rap and you're a white boy, you still got that white boy shit in you. Because I go to work, man, and, you know, work in my job is kind of like prison, man. It's crazy because it's like you walk in a break room and it's like segregated like the prison yard, man. You got the white table where most of the white drivers hang out. And you got the black table where most of the black people hang out. And then you got a couple of in-betweens. I call them in-betweens because, you know, it'd be like a white boy that hangs out with black dudes. They'll go hang out with the black people at the black table and play dominoes and shit. And then you got the white people, and, you know, you got an in-between. Every now and then you got the Hispanics. I notice the Hispanics and white people in my job, they tend to group together. You know what I'm saying? And every now and then you see a black dude at the white table. And you go to the white table, man, and all they talking about is conspiracy, complaining about fucking United States, complaining about fucking politics, complaining about, you know, poor people getting their money, shit like that, man, every fucking day. And always talking about how the government conspiracies, how these governments trying to fuck themselves, fuck everybody, take their money, shit like that. That's what white people like to complain about. Black people, man, you know, they usually a little bit, you know, like to joke around at my job, you know, a little bit louder, slamming bones, having a fun time, talking shit. You know what I'm saying? When they're at their table. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a prison yard when you walk in, you know? I don't really sit at nobody's table when I go into the break room because I ain't got time for the gossip, man. They just sit up there and gossip about people, tell who's fucking who's doing what, who's doing this and that, you know, spreading rumors half the time, saying this and that about this person, or, you know, this person gay, or this person straight, or this person did this person did that. I ain't got time for that shit, man. I'm in there to make my money and go home. So when I go in there, I check my mailbox, go out to my bus, go make my money, go fuck home. I ain't got time for none of that shit, man, in there. I was trying to make my money, bro. So, I'm not trying to, but then again, I feel like, maybe they feel like I'm acting stuck up. I don't want to come off to them as I'm acting stuck up or I'm better than anybody. You know what I'm saying? I try to keep a humble spirit. So, I don't want to come off that way, like I'm too good to sit down and talk with y'all. But I don't want to come off like I don't want to sit there and listen to a bunch of gossip, So, it's a double-edged sword, man. You know what I'm saying? Either way, you get screwed. If you sit down, you're going to have to listen to a bunch of gossip, a bunch of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't sit down, they're going to think, oh, he's stuck up. He think he better or something. You know what I'm saying? But then some people don't even care. They're just like, hey, he's minding his business. He's doing his own thing. So, anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed the podcast for March 1st, 2017. Check me out. I hope y'all got some good advice, some good tips from me. I helped y'all out with your credit, helped you out with how you carry your money in your pants pocket, talked a little bit about racial issues, talked a little bit about politics, talked a little bit about hip-hop news, talked a little bit about local news, and all that good shit in this podcast. So this is a pretty good podcast if you listen to it. And please don't take any of these comments or opinions like I'm racial in any kind of way or stereotyping anybody. This is just my personal experiences with the personal groups in my life that I encountered. It's not everybody. I'm not saying this about every race or anything, because I noticed something, man. Sometimes when you stereotype or you're racial to a certain race and you think, oh, everybody does this, everybody who's white does this, or everybody who's Hispanic does this, and then one time, if you really pay attention that day, even on that certain day, when you're thinking that thought, somebody will do something that's from that race that will surprise the shit out of you, because you think that's only what white people do. See what I'm saying? So you can't think racial. You got to get out of that mind frame. Everybody, to a certain point, I don't care who you are, everybody is racist, man, to a certain point. And you got to stop yourself from thinking that way. You got to really sit back and say, not everybody is like this that's from this race. You know what I'm saying? All right, that's my good word for the day. Good advice for the day. Peace out.